Okay, Jake, what's today's myth?
Well, so, since the 23rd of this December is Isaac Newton's birthday, I thought we'd do one honoring him.
Well, I'm guessing it has something to do with falling apples.
Right. It's a myth that just about everybody's heard about. It's the one where he's sitting under the tree and thinking about having incredible thoughts. An apple falls down, hits him on the head, and he suddenly has this eureka about gravity.
So what part of that myth are we going to be testing?
Well, I want to know if human beings are actually capable of intelligent thought after being hit on the head by a falling apple. Okay.
Sounds to me like the first step would be to find out how fast the apple's falling when it's your head.
Okay. And while you're working on that, I'll get to work on an apple dropping rig.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
All right, let's get to work.
Apples have been used for many things. They can be used for breakfast, for throwing at people, for lunch, for target practice, and for supper. But can they be used to give you great ideas?
Please, don't try anything you're about to see us do at home.
Ever! I'm putting marks on this board so that we can film the apple falling alongside of it. That way, we can use the board as a reference point to calculate how fast the apple is.
I am, at the moment, constructing an apple dropping rig, which we'll use for dropping apples. Once I'm finished with the apple dropper, I'll attach it to a frame outside, and we'll use that for a number of tests. I am at the moment putting the finishing touches on my apple dropping device. See there? This is the part. I'll put this on the rest of the frame in a minute here. It string holds it up. As soon as it's released, apple will drop on the head of the poor test subject, which it'll turn out to be me. I know, so I did prediction there. It'll turn out to be me. Every single time it's me, no matter what. Do you guys like seeing me get hurt? I don't know. Cruel. You guys are cruel. Just finished putting up my apple dropping device. Just about finished. I've got the apple dropper attached to the frame, and I'm just now rigging the release. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do after this? I'm gonna eat me a whole bushel of apples. Okay, we've got our frame of reference right here, and I'm now loading the apple dropper so we can track its velocity at about this point. And we'll calculate the speed, figure out how fast our apple is going to be going when it hits someone in the head.
Go! Oh.
Okay, I've just finished making some calculations about the speed of the apple and the force with which it hits you in the head.
Now you can see from this video that when the apple is just above the yellow rope, it's falling at about 15 inches per second.
Which means that it has a velocity of about 2.31 meters per second. Now, if the apple weighs about 9 ounces, and it remains in contact with your head for about a third of a second, then the force on your head will be about 0.17 newtons. Now that's not going to be enough to knock anybody out, but it could just be enough to keep someone from thinking clearly.
This may look like any old red delicious. However, this is no ordinary apple. It's a grenade apple. Whenever I have one of these, I'm just an apple's toss away from completely obliterating any chaos agent in the vicinity. So long as I remember not to take a bite out of it.
Okay, it's time for the final test. Who's going to be the one to get hit on the head with an apple?
You.
Me. Again. It's always me. Why am I always the one that has to get hurt?
Well, I'm not the one that makes these decisions.
Oh, you're not the one, huh? Who does?
Just sit down.
Here on Mythbusters, safety is our top priority. Unless, of course, it could be funny. Then it doesn't matter so much. Great. I love my job.
Okay?
Yeah, sure. I'm ready.
Well, you'd better be, because it's time for the final test.
And it missed.
Which missed?
Way back there. It was
Why
a
don't you
straight
try that
fall.
And miss again. And again. And again.
Fail.
Why don't you try one more? Fine. We have a hit.
So, how are you feeling?
It's a little fuzzy. I had a hard time thinking clearly, actually.
Alright, we'll start with the questions.
Okay.
What is the square root of 121?
121. I don't know. I don't know.
What planet is the farthest from the sun?
There's like 12 planets, and I can't tell you.
Which war did the French actually win?
The French never won a war.
Yes, they did.
They did?
Yep. French Civil War.
Oh. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Who was the first American-born president?
I don't know.
Well, who's our president now?
A president now? He's that one Chinese guy. No.
No.
Oh.
Well, I had a horrible time trying to think after getting that hit on the head with that apple. So it's like all fuzzy. I couldn't remember anything. Couldn't answer a single one of those questions. Sorry to do this to you, Newton. On your birthday especially, but it's not looking too good. For yeah?
What's the square root of 121?
Oh. Good point. Yeah.
Looks like this myth may not be busted after all.